Welcome back to the long-awaited podcast of the Double Lung Podcast. As always, the Guillotine and Daddy Rambo back in the saddle again.
Back in the saddle again. I sung some karaoke.
Yeah. Did you?
I did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, down in Nashville. We just got back from Nashville.
We damn sure did.
It was, fuck. I guess I'm getting old.
Son, Broadway chewed me up, spit me out.
Kicked my ass.
Yeah.
I had a great time, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It just, oof. A couple days is all you need there.
Yeah.
It's like Vegas or fucking Atlantic City or New Orleans, like all them cities.
Yeah.
A couple days, you're good.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy in the hotel bar, was there for a week. And he was like 60. And he was like, yeah, I got drunk 3 times yesterday. And I'm like, that's too much, brother.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. A cool place to visit. I'm glad I went. I don't know if I would go back.
No, probably not.
I've came, saw, didn't conquer. It was a great time.
Came a couple times.
Hey. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Yingling flights. Not bad. They're not great, but they're not bad.
Not great, not bad.
Yeah. Shit.
Real bubbly.
Yeah, a little too carbonated.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying really hard to be a beer.
Yeah. Like they added carbonation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I might have to like swirl it around. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Like with beers, like that guy John Taffer who does the bar rescue show.
Mm-hmm.
He says that you're not supposed to tilt the glass when you pour a beer.
Yeah.
That you just let it foam up and head up.
Yeah.
And that'll release like some of the carbonation.
Yeah.
Fuck him. That's wrong.
Hey, fuck that guy.
That's wrong.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
With your weird hair.
Yeah. Now with a super carbonated beer, sure, but I don't want a flat fucking beer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he's always saying that like more carbonated beer gets you fuller faster.
I get that from a salesman standpoint.
Yeah.
But from a consumer standpoint, I want my beer to taste good.
Yeah.
I don't care if it fills me up faster. As a salesman, he doesn't want you to get full. He wants you to buy more beer. He wants you to buy more food. I get that.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But also, like a certified cicerone is like a beer, I don't know, like a certified beer person, beer server. Because I almost did it when I went to work for that place.
Oh, yeah.
And they tell you how to pour beer, and it is not like he's saying. So, fuck him. He's wrong.
John Taffer, I know you're listening. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, we know you're listening, John. What a shit name.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nashville was cool. Seen a bobcat. That was cool. That was out in the country before we came to Nashville. But
Seen a tranny.
Seen a couple trannies. Seen a tranny's vagina.
Yeah, that tranny tried to kick my ass.
Yeah, she did. She didn't like you, dude.
No, she didn't.
She challenged John to a push-up contest.
I could have beat her.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe not. She's pretty jacked.
She's pretty fucking jacked, dude. Yeah. It's good times.
That was the second worst strip club I've ever been to.
It's definitely on the low end for me, too. Probably third worst strip club I've ever been to.
Yeah, so if you're ever in Nashville, don't go to
The Hustler Club, I think it was.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think it's the only one in Nashville.
Yeah.
Don't go.
Yeah, it was not a great time. I mean, they're full nude, which is always nice, but the full nude ones are always a dump.
Yeah.
They're always real seedy. The girls are never hot. Like it's...
Yeah, I guess yeah.
You're getting the bottom of the barrel. They're getting the women who are just like, fuck it. I'll show them my butthole.
I think we talked about this in the strip club. I don't... Leave something to the imagination.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just is.
I mean, obviously, dude, I'd love to see a vagina, but it's like, I feel like if they were really attractive, maybe it would be cool, but they never are.
No.
At the full nude strip clubs, they never are.
No.
Mm-mm. You might get one that's like pretty hot, but you know. Yeah, sometimes it occurs to me as I'm speaking on this podcast that one day my kids might listen to it. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
You're not allowed on YouTube till you're 30.
They've heard worse.
Yeah. That's right. That's cool. God knows the shit we used to talk about.
Oh, my God. My God. Uh-huh. So, how have we been? It's been, what, 6 months, 7 months?
It's been a while since we've done one of these. And, we've had some of y'all reach out to us and ask. We're not dead. We are still alive. Just been busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest.
Yeah. One-arm paper hanger.
Yeah. Kids and sports and all that stuff. And it's just been inconvenient. And it's not fucking hunting season. So it's like, when do you guys want to hear us talk about it anyway?
Talk about our vacations? I don't know what you want me to talk about.
Yeah, but we did go turkey hunting.
We did go turkey hunting.
And that was pretty sick for me and Ryan. And killed my first turkey.
Mm-hmm.
First legal turkey. and it was cool shit, man. It was a really good hunt. So my buddy Ryan and I, we went out. What was it? Was it opening day? Because you and Runsky went out same day.
I think it was opening Saturday.
Opening Saturday, yeah. Because we went out opening day and pretty much got our asses kicked. But opening day, the opening Saturday, the day after opening day, we went back to basically the same fucking spot. And we roosted. Well, we didn't roost them. But we got there and they were roosted. We heard them gobbling. And it was pretty dope. When we first got there in the morning, I feel like I learned a lot. But when you and I went back out after this, everything I learned went to shit.
Yep.
If you don't hear them gobble, they're just not there. Honestly, you might as well just go home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I feel about turkey. I don't know. I'm not a turkey guy. I'm a deer hunter. But so we went out and we were lucky enough we heard them gobble, and we had decoys set up and they're gobbling all around us. And we went. Basically, we kind of hung out. We sat tight and hit some calls, tried to get them to come to us, and they just wouldn't come in. And we're like, all right, dude, let's get aggressive. Mm-hmm. We sat there for like an hour. We tried to go towards the gobbles, and then we seen them in the field back down by where we were. Mm-hmm. So we're like, fuck. So we circled around this like patch of woods and tried to cut them off. We only took the Jake with us. We had a Jake and a hen decoy, but we left the hen decoy and took the Jake with us. So we went down to where it looked like they were going to go, like right across the field from where we were originally sitting, where our hen still sat. We sat down there and started hitting some box calls and some clucks and purrs and shit. And Ryan was hitting with his slate call. And we're sitting there, and lo and behold, out in the field, I see a fucking turkey's head, little bobber, bobbing in the field. I look, and the turkey was going right to where our fucking hen was.
Of course.
And I'm like, son of a bitch. So I fucking hit my box call. At this point, Ryan couldn't see him because he's like behind me to my right. And I hit the
Bear, get down.
my box call. Hello, Bear. Look, you're on camera. Say hi. And yeah, but get down. I don't want to teach you bad habits. So anyway, so I hit the box call trying to get these 3 turkeys to maybe see my Jake and come down to us. And it worked like a fucking charm. It worked shit never works. Yeah. You know what I mean? But for some reason it did. They heard that box call. They looked my direction. And at this point, they were probably 50 yards from me. And they seen the Jake, and they come down, just beelining it for the Jake. And it was 3 Jakes, and they were probably like, fuck yeah, there's 3 of us, 1 of him, let's fuck this dude up.
Beat this fucking guy's ass.
I'm going to whip his fucking ass, dude. I get it. I like these Jakes. I like their passion. I appreciate it. So they come down, and I got a clear shot, right? But there's 3 of them, so I'm like, I've got them dead to rights, pegged. I'm in my ghillie suit. I'm fucking just sitting up against the base of this tree. Got him. And I'm waiting for Ryan to shoot, because I'm like, as soon as Ryan shoots, I'm going to shoot another one. You know what I mean? And we'll both get birds. So I'm sitting there, and dude, they get to about 2 yards from the Jake and about 7 yards from me.
Damn.
Maybe not even 2 yards from the Jake, probably about a yard when Ryan shoots. Ryan shoots, I fucking empty all 5 into these fucking Jakes.
Get some.
Get some, yeah. Well, my previous experience with turkeys is you shoot them, and then they fucking fly away, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this time I won't take any chances.
Yeah.
I emptied my fucking tube into these fuckers, and we killed 2 Jakes.
Fuck yeah.
It was pretty sick.
The button buck of the turkey world.
The button buck of the turkey world, which it was actually a really fucking cool hunt. I really enjoyed it. It was cool because we moved around. We was tactical. We tried to flank them, and then we called them in. It was really cool. It was cool. Still think people that like turkey hunting over deer hunting are crazy, but
yeah.
I can appreciate it. It was fun. It was a good time.
I think it's gay.
Yeah, well,
Me and Runsky went the night before, and we thought we roosted one. But what I think happened is we just spooked it. And we set up where it flew into the woods. Never heard it, never seen it again. Heard one gobble about 10 million feet away. And then you texted us and said you killed one. I was like, well, I got to see one of these fucking things.
Yeah.
And we went over and seen your jakes.
Yep. It was cool. They're pretty birds.
Yeah.
We made... I made... Fuck. Shit, I can't remember what it was called. It's... I made schnitzel. Oh, shit, camera's well. I made schnitzel the first night. And then I made tacos out of the rest of it. And they were both really good.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. But I think, you put anything in a fucking slow cooker or pound the shit out of it and coat it in fucking flour and deep fry it, it's going to be good.
Yeah. That's pretty much what all the wild turkey recipes I see are. Deep fry the fucking thing.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yep. I guess it's just not as good as the old butterball from the grocery store. And I didn't want to waste it, so I was like, I'm going to just do what people recommend. And it was good. The schnitzel was fantastic, and the tacos were also pretty fucking solid. Throw them in the slow cooker. It was easy money. It's good. It's a good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep turkey hunting, I think it's fun. It's something to do in the spring. It's not my, like Ryan and Runsky fucking love turkey hunting, man. That's like their thing. I don't feel that way about turkey. I think it was really exciting. It was a cool hunt, but it just doesn't scratch that itch that my bow and a whitetail does,
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing the same thing I do every year. I'm going to go once or twice and motherfuck the birds to Kingdom Come and probably never get one.
Yeah. It's a good plan.
I think the time that me and you went out late season was cooler than killing a goddamn turkey.
Oh, hell yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was sick.
Yeah, that was
I
sick.
agree. It's pretty close. You want to do the honors on that? Enlighten our listeners, John.
Yeah, so we were like, it's late season. Let's get up early. Let's go fucking turkey hunting. We'll go back to where me and Ryan killed them. I was like, solid plan, I guess. I don't know. So we went out there. We sat there. Didn't hear fuck all.
Not one gobble.
Not one goddamn gobble. Then we're like, you want to go to the other side and see if we can just spot one? So we go to the other side of the property. We do spot one. And it runs and runs and runs and runs and runs. It's probably in Virginia by now.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, let's set up, see if we can get him to gobble, come back in. That never happened. Then we're like, let's just go for a walk up to the other field. And we're walking, and it's a really steep hill to get to this other field. And, bear, get down. We get to almost the tippity top of this logging road. And you're to my right, and I see you start to kneel down. And I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And here's a tech tip for you. If you see your buddy start to kneel down, don't ask, what are you doing? Just kneel down with him.
Yeah.
So I kneel down, and all of a sudden I see it. A coyote.
A song dog.
A song dog. And we're both kneeled down. And by the time this dog sees us, 20 yards, 25 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trained on this thing. And I'm waiting for you to say something. And I don't hear you say anything. So I say, kill it. And I pull the trigger. And I see you go to pull the trigger. But nothing went bang.
Yeah.
Well, mine went bang.
Hell yeah.
And that song dog dropped on the fucking spot.
I was shocked. Honestly, I thought it would take a couple.
Yeah.
Like, by then, I had clicked my safety off. And I was going to follow up. But I was like, he went down. I'm not going to shoot it again. Like, there's no need. that motherfucker dropped on the spot from 20, 25 yards. Like, it was between 20 and 30. It was at least 20.
Yeah.
And with fucking turkey load in, I was just kind of shocked that you made such a great shot and hitting it in the skull, like, damn, that motherfucker went down. I don't know shit about the trajectory of fucking turkey shot and how deadly it is, but I've shot a turkey at 40 and watched it fucking laugh and fly off. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, the spread, I'd probably just missed its tiny ass little head. Yeah. I was just shocked it penetrated the skull of a coyote that far away.
And I don't have a choke in.
Yeah.
I just got a straight old 24, 26-inch barrel.
Yeah.
Dropped it. It was sick.
It was. It was.
My first coyote.
That was dope. And it was a big girl, too.
Yeah, it was a girl.
Yeah. She was a big old broad.
Either had pups or was with pups.
Yeah, because she was big.
Yeah.
She had a big body. Either that or she just had a big fucking meal. Probably the turkey we chased to her.
Probably.
Ate that whole fucking thing.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was awesome. And like you said, that was like, I was like, all right, we're done for the day.
Yeah.
I don't know what time it was, but I was like, we had a good day. That was cool. We killed something.
Yeah, it was like 8:30 or 9 probably.
And you're doing the Lord's work when you kill coyotes.
Saving the majestic whitetail.
Yes. And the baby turkeys and everything else.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. They say I've seen this statistic. God knows if it's true. Obviously, like everything you see on the internet, it is true.
100%.
100%.
Yep.
But that a female coyote with pups will kill up to 15 fawns a year.
That's a lot of deer.
Yeah.
I can believe it. If they can find them before they can run.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
Especially, like this time of year when they're barely able to move. You know what I mean? Like the fawns that are just born, they're basically defenseless.
Yeah.
You could walk right up on them.
Yeah, that's their defense, laying there.
Yeah, and hiding. And they say that they have no scent, which I don't know if that's true either. That's another thing I learned reading online.
Yeah.
But they say that a newborn fawn is basically odorless.
Yeah.
Which makes predators, have a harder time finding them.
Makes sense, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And their spots are kind of like a camo,
Yeah.
They lay out in the field, and they're hard to see. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
My buddy Jim Atkins, shout out. He went and did he tagged and collared a elk fawn up in Pennsylvania last year.
Hell
and
yeah.
he went out and they circled around this thing, and they all slowly close in the circle, and then one guy, bear, closes in and they tag it and stuff like that, and they put like a hood over its head. It's like they're kidnapping this fucking thing. It's pretty wild, but very cool. I would totally like to go do that. I think that'd be cool, just to see I guess a calf. Yeah, it would be an elk calf.
Mm.
Yeah, I gotta learn the lingo now that I drew a fucking tag. Your boy's going elk hunting. I got an antlered only tag, so. Hopefully I'm not in jail for shooting a cow. Dude, you know how hard it's going to be if I have a fucking nice, fat, juicy cow elk in front of me not to shoot that fucking thing?
Ice that thing, dude. Give me a call. I'll fly in a fucking helicopter.
I honestly, I hope that doesn't happen to me. I really do.
Oh, it will.
I know.
Our luck, that will happen to you.
Yeah, I'll be covered in them.
Covered.
And then won't see one legal bull. But either way, it would be cool. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Going to kind of the southwest region of Colorado to do an archery elk hunt. My first. Ryan's going to join me. And fingers crossed, man. It's going to be a good time.
I'm not envious.
No?
No.
You don't have any desire to hunt elk, huh?
Not really. I mean, yeah, but I don't want to. Just the trekking. Get down. The trekking you got to do. And if you kill one, quarter that fucker up, go in and out of the back country.
See, I know that part will suck.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I like that aspect of it.
Yeah,
I like the, like, having to work for it and, like, the hiking through the mountains.
You're a sociopath.
Like, I think it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving me something to, so, like, I've always like powerlifting meets and fights and jiu-jitsu competitions and fucking like this is kind of like that. I've got 3 months. I want to be in the best shape I can possibly be in come early September. So starting Monday, I'm fucking getting after it. Like I'm going to try to be in the best shape of my life, which is a stretch because, you know, training for a fight is, I was in really good fucking shape. But it's different shape. You know what I mean? I'm going to be hiking, rucking, which I already started rucking and stuff. So it gives me like something to train for and a goal to work towards. So I like that aspect of it. So and I like the aspect of camping and roughing it. Like I'm into all that shit. So for me, even if I don't kill something, just living in the backcountry, filtering my fucking water to drink, fucking roughing it, maybe having to kill and eat Ryan, you know, like that's all sounds exciting.
Gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Sorry, Ryan.
Sorry, Ryan. Love you, dude.
Well, while you're doing that,
it's like you were out there for 3 days and you ate your friend.
Good
I was fucking starving.
3 days? It was like 3 months.
Oh.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna
kill a whitetail.
I'm gonna wake up hungover and go sit in my saddle and do my best to heart shot that motherfucker so I can drive my truck up to it.
2 very different kinds of hunting. And I love them both.
Yeah.
You know, I love both. I'm all, and that's why I like Sitka a lot too. Well, it's really not why I like Sitka, but it's why I don't mind Sitka. Like it is miserable.
Yeah,
it is. Like it's hiking. You're hiking through rough country, dude. It's tough. It's physical. It is physical. And the mosquitoes make it even worse. Like honestly, if it weren't for the mosquitoes, I wouldn't mind it at all.
It wouldn't be that bad.
No, the mosquitoes make it really miserable.
Yeah.
But I love it. You know what I mean? Because it's just. Well, I like the Sitka just. I think it's because it's something different. You know what I mean? And I love hunting whitetail. Don't get me wrong, but it's cool to hunt different shit. It's cool to challenge yourself to try to pursue a different animal. Because I feel like whitetail, we have done so much. We've hunted them so much. Like, it's not that I got to figure it out. I don't think you'll ever have them truly figured out. You know what I mean? But like. I'm the struggle with whitetail now has become to kill big bucks, and that's a years-long thing. Like sometimes you might go a few years without successfully doing that. As to with Sitka, I feel like I'm a new hunter again.
Yeah,
and just killing one is an accomplishment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Which is kind of it's cool. It's just nice to do. Not taking anything away from whitetail because I still love smoking a fat doe almost more than I like hunting a buck. And I've been thinking about this. You know, shooting a buck is a totally different experience. It really is. It's almost got nothing to do with the meat.
No.
When you shoot a big mature buck, like, and we both were blessed to get one last year, and I got to see that one. Where's he at?
Behind you.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, he's a stud. That's a nice buck.
It is a nice buck, but, you know.
He's got short tines, but like he's got nice mass, dude. That's probably a 4-year-old deer.
Yeah, but you know, when you've
killed bigger,
it's just like yeah,
he's a nice deer.
No, it is a really nice deer. His left side is really nice. I wish his left side was as good as his right side.
Yeah,
but he's a messy bitch.
Yeah, he's got a lot of mass.
Yeah, and I took him to Kevin, and Kevin was like, "It's a good thing you killed this thing, or he would have died."
Really?
Yeah, because he had a bum leg.
That makes sense why the left side is smaller.
Yeah, because or
right side, however you want to look at it.
Yeah, I forget which one it was, but he had I don't know if he got hit by a car. Kevin said he didn't have any broken bones or bruising. I don't know if he got in a fight and got it punctured. One of his rear legs was fucked up.
No shit.
Yeah,
it might have been his last year. Well, you gave him a mercy kill then, and he's a nice deer. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like a buck is a different experience than shooting a doe. Shooting a doe is like hell yeah, meat in the freezer. Let's go, baby. You know what I mean? It's like and it's like I don't know. It's something primal about it. You know, like it's not a trophy at all. It's purely for meat and the thrill of the hunt and loving what you do. With a buck, it is it's more nerve-wracking. You're shaking, you're nervous. You're like, fuck, don't fuck this up. You know what I mean? As to with the doe, it's all just pleasure, man. It's just like, oh, I love shooting a doe. And a buck is like, and they'll let you down, and then you don't kill it, or you fucking see him, and then you can't get a shot, and you're pissed off. Like, it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like that buck I shot 3 years ago. You need to fuck off. Jesus. Missed some opening day. I thought that was it. I was going to sell my bow, sell everything.
Killing yourself.
Yeah. Then got another crack at him the next Saturday. What a dumb deer. What an idiot.
For an old buck. He really wasn't real bright.
You had an arrow sail over you, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to come back. I think that was just a fluke.
That was nothing.
But yeah, that.
Yeah.
What a critter.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be a while before I can upstage that one. Yeah.
Yeah. You will. I believe you will. But, like you said, it's probably going to be a while. But, I mean, we've had, there's been bigger ones at Port.
Yeah. I was going through my photos the other day and seen that one with those, like, 14-inch brow tines.
What the fuck?
Got killed by a fucking idiot.
By a absolute moron who just climbs into the same exact tree stand every time with a crossbow. And, you know, there's some luck to this shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. I think, what was it, 10 a.m. when he shot that thing, or 9 a.m. when he shot it? He was just climbing down.
Yeah, real late in the morning.
Yeah, it was late morning. It was like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and he was climbing down.
Climbed back up.
Yep.
Pulled his crossbow all the way back up. Killed him.
And shot it. Yep.
Fuck that guy.
Why can't that shit happen to me? And we had him on camera, I think, once.
Yeah.
And it didn't do him justice.
No.
The camera didn't. Otherwise, I feel like one of us would have tried to, I don't know, at least pursue him. But also because it was a fleeting one-time shot, I didn't put much weight into it. I was like, that's a nice fucking buck.
Yeah.
But he didn't look that nice.
Yeah, we got the picture in, like, July or August.
Yeah.
And we figured, these deer are just roaming around.
Yeah.
We'll never see him again.
Yeah.
And he gets killed 600 yards away.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm. That really pisses me off. He didn't even euro him.
Oh, yeah, just cut
the antlers off.
Shut up.
What are you gonna do?
That's
hunting.
That's old school though, man. I mean, they just cut the antlers off and throw them in their shed.
Yeah, that is like an older guy thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. But just to me, it's like sacrilege. Like Jesus, dude. Yeah. At least euro the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's like a once in a lifetime deer right there.
Yeah.
The size of that thing's brow tines and how they fork to the top.
Yes. Dude, his brow tines were like 14 inches long. They were ridiculous.
Yeah, you'll never see another deer like that again.
No, never. I wonder, what do you think he scored?
I don't know.
150?
Probably just because of his brow tines.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for brow tines, he was maybe 120-ish deer.
Yeah.
But his brow tines are huge.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a big buck.
Yeah, I think I might be buck hunting this season.
Yeah? Got so much fucking meat. You're like, I can't kill that many dozen.
I can't. I shot 9 deer last year.
Yeah.
Thank God for my dad buying me that freezer. I got 2 freezers full of fucking whitetail.
Hell yeah.
And I got 3 months to eat it all.
Well, give your boy some. I'll take some.
Hey, take as much as you want. I got too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's solid. That's a reasonable option for you, especially because you had such a good doe year last year. What did you shoot, 9?
9.
Yeah.
8 whitetail and 1 sika.
Yeah.
All with the matches.
Yeah, and it was all bow. That's a good year.
2 bucks.
What did I shoot last year?
Yeah,
7?
The other buck I got right there.
Oh yeah, that one and the one behind me.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a bad buck either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget.
The one behind me is way better.
I forget why I shot him.
Bloodlust?
Yeah, definitely that, yeah. I think it was 8 in the morning, and I was like, yeah, whatever comes by, I'm going to shoot it. Wrong tree, dude.
And he's a cool buck.
Yeah. Nice chocolate horns.
Could have used a year.
Yeah, well.
But he is cool. Yeah, I like how dark his horns are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But damn, John, he would have been really nice this year.
Well, he ain't getting no bigger.
He ain't getting no bigger. So. Yeah, I think last year you were a killing machine, dude.
Yeah, I feel like I had a lot to prove to myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the year before you were struggling and you had a rough year.
Yeah.
And last year you were like, you were back, you know?
Daddy Rambo's back.
Yeah.
All the way back. It's
Dude.
funny. It's funny how life takes you in turns like that.
It does. And
No.
how it reflects upon your hunting.
Yeah. You know, 1 minute you're down the dumps. You don't know what the hell you're going to do with your life. Next minute you're smoking whitetails. And then the next minute after that, you're sitting on a Florida beach with the prettiest thing you ever seen in your life.
That's life, brother.
Isn't that fucking nuts?
Yep. And you I think it's interesting how it corresponds. It translates into your deer hunting.
Mm.
You know what I mean? When life sucks, and you know, you and I have both been there in the past couple of years at some point or another, in the past 10. It like, man, you're hunting like kind of, it almost mirrors it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when you're doing good, when you're living right and you're getting after it, it pays off.
Yeah.
You know, it really does. It really does. But when, I don't know, you don't have the time to put into deer hunting, I think that's what it all comes down to, really, is when life sucks, you know what I mean? And we've all been there, whether it's divorce or fucking somebody close to you dies or your dog dies or something like that. It can be tough to think about hunting, you know what I mean? And to enjoy hunting because you've got so much on your plate. And that really sucks.
Yeah.
You know? But then when things start to turn around, I feel like it is reflected by your deer hunt. You know, then you're killing deer, you're back, and you feel like a new man. It's like, fuck yeah, dude. Love that.
Yeah, the end of last year was fantastic.
Hell yeah.
It's only gotten better. Yeah, there's been ups and downs. Old man, but he's getting better.
Oh yeah, shout out.
Shout
Big
out.
Daddy JP Rambo.
Hell yeah.
JP Rambo the first.
The first.
Is he the first?
He is the first. He is the senior.
Yeah, you're a junior. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing good, right?
Doing good. Coming home Monday.
Yeah, Pop's had a stroke.
Yeah.
But he's a champ. Can't kill that old bastard.
God, no. Can't kill him.
He's like a cockroach in a nuke, you know?
He'll be doing backflips before you know it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's what I told him. I was like, when I come back, you better be doing backflips. And he was like, if I could, I would.
Hell yeah. He just needs, get a beer in that man. I bet he's going to surprise you.
That's what he said today. I was texting him. He's like, I need to go home and I need a cold beer.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll get you one.
Leave the smokes alone, Pops.
Yeah, goddamn.
Fuck. But I get the beer. You know, you gotta enjoy your life. He loves drinking beer. I think he loves to smoke too. But I think that's it. It sucks, dude. Smoke some cigars in every once in a while.
There you go.
That's what you ought to tell him.
Yeah.
You know, or get some dip up in him. Get him on some Rogue or some Zin. You know.
I think it's just the physical thing anymore.
Yeah.
I feel
Smoking is hard to quit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you've been smoking for 50 fucking years.
Right, that's what I was about to say. And as long as he's done it, God, I can only imagine. I smoked for maybe 10 years, and it was fucking hard to quit.
What a nasty, nasty habit.
It is.
There's no good in any of it.
No. And now it's so expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know how people afford it. It's like fucking... If you smoke a pack a day, I don't know. I'm just throwing these numbers out there. I think it's close to $400 a month.
Yikes.
Because you're talking a pack is like $11 for a pack of cigarettes. If you're getting like, Marlboros or fucking Newport or
So
whatever.
that's 77 a week.
Yeah. Times that by 4. You're closing in on $400 a month, dude.
It's a fucking...
That's a car payment on like a decent car.
It's a pretty sweet used car payment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't get nothing new for under $400. God damn.
Fuck no. Not unless you put a big-ass down payment on it. Dude, I got friends that have $1,200 a month car payments.
That's insane.
It's fucking bananas.
That's nuts.
Yeah, I know most of you come to this podcast to listen about financial advice, so I'm going to tell you, do yourself a favor and don't fucking ever get a car payment that is that fucking expensive.
No.
Like, you're going to feel like a slave in 6 months to that vehicle.
Yeah.
That's miserable. Fuck that.
You can justify it for a place to live, but for a car?
Yeah.
As soon as you rolled that thing off the lot, it depreciated, what, 40%?
It just lost most of its value.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a big fan of paying cash for shit, you know. Or if you can't, keep your payments low, you know. I can understand like having a vehicle with a payment, but if it's over $400, I'm out.
All the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like my limit. And I don't have payments, thank God, but if I did buy a truck and needed to get payments, if I couldn't afford to save enough to put enough down to have my monthly payments under $400, then I don't deserve that truck.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm glad mine's paid off. Whew.
Hell yeah, cheers to that, brother.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's a beautiful feeling. So you selling the Harley?
Yeah, if anybody out there is looking for a motorcycle, hit your boy up. 2010 Street Bob.
What are you asking for?
$5,000. For a listener, I'll give you the listener's discount of $49.99.
That's a good deal for that bike.
Yeah.
It's a good running bike.
I think it Blue Books for almost over 6.
Yeah.
Runs great.
Hell yeah.
96-inch motor, 6-speed transmission, 14-inch apes, big radius Vance and Hines. Come get it.
I might buy it from you.
Dude. I'll give you the friends discount of $49.98.
Ooh. I feel special. I've thought about buying a bike so many times.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I rode it one time to work, and I told the girlfriend, I was like, don't let me ride this thing because I'm going to want to keep it. Mm-hmm. I rode it. I don't want to keep it.
No.
I trust myself on it, but people out there, assholes.
Yeah.
They will pull right out in front of you like you're just nothing.
Yep.
They don't care.
Yeah, and I've heard. I'm sure you've heard the saying. There's two types of riders: ones who have gone down, and ones who are going to go down.
Yeah, and
it's a matter of time before you get in an accident. And hopefully it's a minor one. But
I don't. And when I did ride, I don't dress for the slide. I dress for the ride. So
yeah,
saying I don't wear leathers and all that bullshit.
Fuck no, I wouldn't either.
No,
that's no. And that's the thing. I'm sure I would abuse it.
Yeah, I've had my fill.
Yeah.
I probably, I like to say I won't get another one. I might get another one. Probably not.
Yeah, maybe in a long time.
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah. They're like boats. They're boats. They're fun. They're great to have, but like a boat's a different thing. You don't have to worry about safety or like the real utility of it. Like with a bike, you're kind of like, why do I have this thing?
It's just for pleasure.
It's strictly for pleasure.
And only you and maybe one other person can
really enjoy it. Yeah. Unless you've got, now, if you're in like a bike club, and then I would get it. You know what I mean? But if you're not, I just don't see the point. You know what I mean? The same thing with a boat. It's like, I love my boat, and unless you got kids or friends with boats, there's no point in having it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got kids, so I can justify it with that.
And a friend with a boat.
But it's fucking, I don't know, it's a fucking money pit, man. It really is. And it's work. I got to fucking work on that thing every year. Get this thing ready. And, nobody appreciates it. The kids, the wife, they don't appreciate it. They don't, my wife does. I don't mean that. But, I got to do a lot of work to this fucking thing. I winterize it, de-winterize it, fucking paint the pontoons, all this fucking shit that you're doing to it every fucking year. I got to get a new transducer for it because we knocked one off, or fucking battery's dead, or whatever, one of the lights is out. And you're constantly working on these fucking things. They're fun when you're on them.
Yeah.
But you got to, before you buy a boat, think about that. That's my advice.
And you never get
the money back.
Never.
Nope.
Never get the money back.
It's a hole.
When you decide to sell it, you will sell it for pennies on the fucking dollar because you are just sick of looking at it.
Yep. And they depreciate like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a fucking old, worn out boat.
No.
So it's I don't know. I guess maybe it's my own old age, but things like that are just a pure waste of money just for fun.
Yeah.
Just it just irks me. Yeah. I'm just like, God, this is such a waste of money. It is fun. I like doing it, but it's such a waste of money. You know what I mean?
I was talking to girlfriends, one of her friends, and they were like, John, you strike me as a guy who doesn't like wasting money on dumb shit. I'm like, man, you hit the nail on the fucking head.
She pegged you, dude.
Yeah.
John's good with money, if you don't know.
You gotta be. The way I lived for... Never mind. I don't want any nasty emails. Never mind.
Yeah. But continue your story. Or that was the end of your
That was it.
Yeah.
It was just funny.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. And you're right. You got to be these days, especially with the fucking economy.
This economy? The hell?
It's fucking unreal.
It's never going to get better. I don't care who you vote for. It's never going to get better. I've learned that in the past couple of months.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just such a tribe mentality. Mm-hmm. Got to vote for this guy. Got to vote for this guy. You know, at the end of the day, whether you got this guy or this guy,
they all suck.
They all suck. Mm-hmm. And they're going to do what they're going to do.
I think Trump's got good intentions. I do. I mean, I don't know. That's the only difference with Trump and these career politicians is I think he actually wants to make things better. But I think it's with our system and it is so broken. It's such a hard thing to do.
You can't.
You know?
You can't make it
I think
better.
it's just too far gone.
Yeah.
You know?
What are you gonna
It's the world we live in, though.
Yeah.
But you can't let that shit fucking, you know.
No, it is what it is.
You gotta do your own goddamn thing. I don't like politics.
No.
I don't like politicians, rather. Yeah, they all suck. And I believe, honestly, it's both sides of the fucking aisle. Dude, did you hear about that fucking guy at the TAC?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I'm surprised it took this long.
I know. Honestly, when you think about it, it's like, it's not shocking.
Mm-mm.
So, if you haven't heard, somebody got shot in the fucking head at the TAC. Do you know where it was? What event it was? I want to say it was somewhere in Virginia. Bear down. Fuck off. Yeah, maybe you can look it up. I don't know, but it. So apparently, from what I read on the interwebs and like anything else, you take it with a grain of salt. But
West Virginia.
Oh, it was West Virginia. Okay. So I guess the guy was retrieving his arrows behind the target. And the people came up and they were like, clear, anybody good? Which is probably bullshit. They probably didn't do that at all. They probably didn't see anybody and started shooting.
Yeah.
And
which I understand.
Yeah. You don't see anybody, you know, we're good to go. You start shooting. And I guess maybe the dude like bent down to grab his arrow and then stood up and yeet, got shot in the fucking head. Or, I don't know, maybe they missed the target and didn't see him behind it and he got shot in the head. But apparently it went out the back. It went in the back of his head and out right underneath his eye.
Damn.
I don't know if it was a full pass through, but it at least some of the arrow went out, which I thought was interesting to know that a field point from probably at least 40 yards would make a total pass through or at least a partial pass through of a human skull.
They're ripping.
Yeah.
I mean,
a field point is no joke, dude.
Yeah.
It is still a lethal weapon. Crazy.
Yeah, I wonder what they're going to roll out now, like safety-wise.
You'd think they'd have to have some kind of reaction.
Yeah, they have to.
And
or they're going to get shut down.
Yeah. And God knows what their insurance is. I bet it's just jumped through the roof.
Hopefully homeboy sued them.
Okay.
Hey, get some kind of fucking payment out of it.
Yeah, I would sue the guy that shot me.
Yeah.
I don't know about the TAC, but yeah, the guy that shot me, like, dude, that's on you, man. It's your job to make sure that the range is clear before you start slinging fucking arrows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, dude.
Could have been a freak accident, too. You know how many people we've seen with handheld releases drawing, and it skips off a fucking tree?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, when you look at it that way, like, arrows do crazy things when they ricochet sometimes off stone or whatever. You know, they skip off the ground, and, like, you can design a course as well as you want, but there's always that risk.
Yeah.
And I don't know the remedy for it. Like, is it put a fucking safety guy at every fucking hole?
That's like 300 safety guys.
Yeah, there's 25, I think, shots for each course. And what is there, like 8 courses per event?
Yeah, 6 or 8 up just in PA alone. They might have upped it.
Yeah, you're talking about 200 fucking safety guys. Yeah. Can they even afford that? Then the price of the TAC is going to skyrocket. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's definitely, I don't know what the answer is there. But I mean, like you said, I'm kind of surprised it took this long.
Yeah. With all the people out there shooting, and it's only happened one time, it's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
Yeah. I hope the guy's all right. I don't. The last I heard, he was okay.
Yeah, it said he was in stable condition.
Yeah.
And that article is from like when it happened.
Oh, okay. So we don't have any up-to-date information. We'd love to hear if anybody knows, send a fucking comment. But yeah, hopefully the guy's all right. Fucking man, that's terrible. You know what I mean? You're going out to have a fucking good time, you know, fling some arrows with the boys and head back to the hotel and have a few beers, and you get shot in the fucking head.
But how many times have we been walking away from a target and you hear the fucking thing skip through the fucking woods?
Many
times.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, I can't believe it took this long.
Yeah. And as many events as they have, it's a testament to the archery community and their just natural propensity towards safe practice. I mean, I think it's in the nature of most archers and hunters that you never fire when somebody's down range. And that's why I do think it was a pure freak accident. However, it's just, man, it's a tough thing to orchestrate without that happening, especially as crowded as the TAC has become.
Oh, my God.
There's so many people that are going to them now that it's even more dangerous. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You've got more risk. And TAC's fun, man. It is a good time, but shit, dude. You got to be aware of these things. And the fucked up thing is like you can be as safe as you want to. If somebody else, it's like riding a motorcycle.
Yeah.
If somebody else is just a douchebag, you know, some dumb young kid and he's not really checking to make sure the range is clear, they could kill you.
Yeah.
You know, that sucks.
They'll probably make everybody wear high vis or some shit.
Yeah.
That'll probably start. I would imagine that'll start. That's what they'll start with.
Yeah. They've got to have some kind of reaction to it. They can't just be like, oh, all right, well, you guys got to be more safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're probably going to change something.
Yeah.
Something's going to change. I don't know what the answer is. I'm sure they are sitting down, everybody who runs the TAC right now, talking about it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Oh, fuck this.
How do we prevent this from happening again?
Yeah.
And I don't know what the answer is, but I'm sure they'll figure something that might work.
Yeah, like at a couple of the targets, there's like a bell you ring. Maybe they should put a bell at every single target. So when you get to the next shooting station, you ring a fucking bell or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can't.
That's a good idea. Or even like give everybody a fucking whistle.
Yeah.
You know, when you get to a target, you blow a whistle. If you hear no response, you're good. But if you hear a whistle back, you know the range ain't clear. You know what I mean? Like something. They got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tricky stuff.
Tricky stuff. Getting shot in the face.
Yeah. How about that, though? A field point pass through a dude's skull.
I could see it.
Yeah. And obviously, it was at range. Like, I'd love to know the range. And I hate to fucking think about it this way because some dude's suffering from this. But I'm just curious, you know what I mean? Like, at what range did that pass through completely through his skull? Like, was it 80 yards? Was it 35? You know what I mean? Was it 100? Because what was the poundage of the bow? What was the weight of the arrow?
I need to know these things, goddammit.
Yeah. Can you tell me, what was your arrow weight?
What was your FOC?
What was your FOC on that arrow that passed the dude's skull? I need to know. Shit. My new arrows are sick.
Yeah, they are.
My FOC's through the roof. Them things are really nice. What are they called again? Do you remember?
Victories?
Yeah, there's a Victory. Fuck.
Victory something or other.
HLR. Victory HLR. I built these arrows. They look fucking phenomenal.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they look really good, and they're super thin. I love the inserts. They've got like kind of the same type deal yours does.
Insert, outsert.
Yeah, and I got 125 on the tip, and I think my FOC is like 16% or something like that. I can't remember. I figured it out, and I texted it to you, but now I don't remember. But it was well above where you want it to be. These things are nice. I also, in getting ready for elk hunting, I purchased the Spot Hog Boonie, which my initial impression is it's basically like Spot Hog's traditional sights, just they upgraded basically everything that could have been better. Like the stupid system with the little knob, or not even knob, it's like a little switch that locks and unlocks the travel for adjusting your yardage. They took that out. Now it's on the same wheel that you adjust your yardage with.
Yeah.
And it's just another wheel you click. So that's really nice, convenient, makes that faster. It's just a really well-made sight. I got the dovetail version because I like to adjust my length. This is the one thing I can do that on.
I wish.
I know. And it's a little shorter, so it's lighter. It's just it's great. It's like a upgraded version of the old Spot Hog, Hogfather, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great sight. I really like it. Haven't sighted it in yet. I just put my brand new System X gas bowstrings on. Yeah, I put some money into it this year. The System X first impression, the first thing I noticed was they have way less shit on the string. Like, you know how they all have those little speed bombs or whatever the fuck they want to call them? Most of them have like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
This one has one tiny little one.
That's probably where they're gaining the speed.
Yeah. Yeah, like why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Why are we putting all that on there?
Yeah, I don't think it's wound any tighter or anything.
No.
It's just a lighter string.
It's just a lighter string. Yeah. It's like, and I questioned that before. I think we talked about that before. Like, why do they put all that stuff on there if everything on there slows it down?
Yeah.
Does it make it quieter?
I think that's what it's supposed to do.
Ah, okay.
So you paid a lot more for less shit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All they did was give me less stuff. Yeah. To get an extra 5 feet per second.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that much more, though.
No.
It was only like $40 more.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, so.
Is the poundage any more? Have you noticed?
I haven't checked yet.
No.
I haven't checked yet. And also, I read the instructions this time, and this one threw me for a fucking loophole because I had been doing this since I started doing my own bows. It was saying for a drop away rest on the bowstring instructions that not to split your cable rail. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, fuck, how am I going to install my drop away? So I ended up looking that up, and I did it a different way where I tied basically like a D-loop knot onto my cable and then served above it so it couldn't slide up any further. Mm. So hopefully that works as well. But yeah, they said not to split it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of tension on them cables.
Yes. Yeah. And you're pulling on it every single time. And it's, and I could see it. I looked on forums and shit, and guys were saying that they had seen cables snap from people who did that. I've never had that issue. You've never had that issue. We've been doing this for years.
Thousands and thousands of arrows.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I could see it.
Yeah.
I mean, so hey, fuck it. I tried something new, and it looks good. Hopefully it holds up and does the job. But that was a new thing I learned from the System X, and maybe they all recommend that. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever read the instructions before. I just figured I seen the little instruction pad. I was like, oh, let me read this thing. It also said not to turn the string more than 5 or 6 tightening, or not to twist 2 or 3 lowering.
I could see that.
So it's telling you not to take much out of it.
Yeah. If
you want to add more, that's okay, up to 5 or 6. But if you take twists out, it says only do 2 or 3 max. Thought that was interesting. It's probably jeopardizing the integrity of the string by taking that tension out.
Probably.
Yeah. But adding is a little more forgiving. Makes it tighter.
Taking tension out of it, and then you're getting a lot of string slap.
Yep, exactly. That's when you're running into issues.
Yeah.
So, thought that was interesting. Which I didn't have to. I had to spin my string a half a turn. So I tightened it a half a turn just to get to my peep to level up. Then tied that peep in, and I made the mistake of ordering a 3/16 peep.
Yeah.
That bitch is tiny.
That's what I got on mine.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to hunt with it.
You can't see anything.
Yeah.
If it's twilight, can't see it.
Don't like that.
No. I mean, you can always put like a green light on your
Put
stabilizer.
a flashlight on your stabilizer.
I don't know who would do that.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
Disgusting.
Fucking poachers. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to see how it works. Give her the old college try.
Well, the year I switched to the 3/16 peep is the year I missed that buck opening morning in the twilight.
Do you still rock that?
I do. I just got used to it.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to see.
Taking some getting used to, yeah.
But you shoot with both eyes open, don't you?
Yes.
So it might not be as big as an issue as it is for me.
Yeah. So we'll see.
That dog.
Yeah, she wants attention, that's for sure. Yeah. We got 3 months till deer season, brother.
Summer's going to go by too fast.
Yeah. 3 months. It's hard to believe. I mean, if you're in one of the states like us where you get to hunt in September, the June, July, August are going to fly by. So I'm going to start shooting now. I'm getting ready, baby. It's time. It's time. If you, I think, at least a month of prep is necessary. I really do. I think you got to at least shoot for a month. But with me going elk hunting, I'm going to extend that this year and start trying to shoot every day. Sometime, I'm going to start probably soon.
Yeah.
Within the next week or two, shooting every day.
Are you going to go for a ruck, get all tired out, and then shoot? I'm
sure I will.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do stuff like that. Yeah.
That might be
I've been rucking.
That might be a factor.
Yeah.
All tired out, have to make the shot.
Yeah. Or go for a run and then go make the shots. Also, I got to start shooting with my fucking quiver on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've never done that. Not in years, anyway.
Yeah, I always take mine off.
Yeah. Yep. It's a balance thing. I think I'm going to try to shoot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 arrows in my quiver and then just shoot like that. Because most of odds are I run into an elk, I'm going to have 3 arrows in my quiver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I got a 4-arrow quiver. So I have 1 knocked and just get used to shooting like that. Yeah. And I'm going to set my bow up my weight's best to handle that.
Yeah, just have to kick your rear stabilizer out a little bit.
Yep. So, a little bit different prep this year. And it's honestly, it's bittersweet, man. I'm super excited to go hunt elk, but at the same time, it sucks that I'm missing opening weekend, man.
The majestic whitetail.
I know. My wife's going to hate me when I come home and immediately go hunt whitetail.
Well, I'm sure I'll have 2 or 3 in the freezer by the time you get back.
You son of a bitch. You'll be texting me while I'm hiking through fucking the mountains of Colorado, sweating my dick off or getting rained on with a nice big fat doe.
Oh, it's going to be glorious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But believe me, as soon as I get home, I'm hunting some whitetail, baby.
Yeah, a nice big fat doe. No more tiny deer.
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier. The small yearling deer, they taste like shit.
They do. They don't taste as good.
No.
And it's taken us years to realize this.
Yeah, everybody, the small ones are tender. No, they taste like hell.
Yeah. I give me a 2 or 3 year old deer. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And even older is fine, but the young ones don't taste as good.
No. That little tiny one I shot at Port, I don't even remember what it was, but it was tiny, and it didn't taste good at all.
Too lean, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it must be too lean. And you can visually see a difference in the meat. Like the little deer, like the meat was pink and just, it was like stringy.
Yeah.
Like the steaks were like stringy and gross. The older deer, it's nice and red, got that deep red to it.
Yeah.
So for you idiots out there that say they taste better, you're wrong.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've noticed slowly. I mean, I kill so many fucking deer here. They get mixed up.
Cool.
But I've started to pay attention, and I do. I think like a 1.5-year-old doe just doesn't taste as good as a 2 or 3-year-old doe does, and even a 4 or 5-year-old. I mean, those taste just fine. You think like an old buck tastes bad or like an old doe. They don't. They taste good.
Yeah.
I think they're better. Yeah. So, and more meat. More bang for your buck.
Exactly.
So, I think that's my goals coming into this season. I mean, obviously. So, my wife asked me, she was like, so you're going on your elk hunt, so you're not doing the Sika hunt this year? And I was like, no, honey. No, I am doing the Sika deer as well. So I will be She's fine with it. My wife's amazing. She's like, okay, she knows I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was just funny because she was like, so you're not going to do Sitka? And I was like, no, I'm still going to do Sitka too. Like, I'm saving all my vacation time to hunt elk and Sitka deer. And so my goal this year is to kill 3 species of cervidin. Yeah.
Damn.
If I can kill an elk, a whitetail, and a Sitka in 1 year,
Quit hunting after that.
my life's complete.
Yeah.
You know?
What's the antler limit on the elk? 3 on one side?
I've got to look, but I think it's three or 4. It might even be 4 on one side, unless I think it's 4 per side, unless a brow tine is above 6 inches.
Oh, okay.
If you've got like a 6-inch brow tine and 3 on that side, you're good. But if it's like a 2-inch brow tine, you have to have 4. But I could be wrong. That's something I've got to look into beforehand. Obviously, I got to make sure.
Make the
I do that
trailhead
right.
and DNR standing there.
Could you imagine, dude? Accidentally shooting an elk that's too small, and you can't make a phone call. I mean, I'm assuming you can't. You're at the mercy of DNR. I'm not fucking around. I'm not lugging out fucking 300 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
And for nothing. So like I'm trying my best to call them right away. God forbid. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But and I'm sure it's pretty easy to tell. I mean, they're big animals. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not like a duck flying through there. You're like, was that a mallard? You know what I mean? It's a little different. So I shouldn't fuck that up. But you never know. It's me.
Hey.
So
I'm sure it happens.
Yeah, I bet it does. But I wish I would have had either sex elk. But it is what it is. I'm going to do my damnedest. I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
And that's my goal for the year, to kill 1 of each species.
That's a hefty goal.
Yeah. Oh, it's a high goal. I'm shooting for the moon. But you know what they say. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll land amongst the stars.
Or in jail.
Yeah, or in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or with the hefty fines. You know?
Yeah, I think my goal this year is to put another one on the wall.
Nice big buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a hefty one too.
It's no small goal.
Yeah.
In our parts, especially the caliber of deer that you're looking for, it's not an easy thing to do. I feel like shooting a deer that's a Pope and Young in Cecil County, Maryland, it's almost undoable to do it every year.
Yeah, I would agree.
Every couple, yeah, you could do that.
Unless you have 500 acres.
That you can manage on your own. Sure,
Yeah.
Right. Then you could. You could shoot a Pope and Young every year, but we don't have that luxury. So for our situation, I think Pope and Youngs are absolutely achievable, but they're shooting 2 in a row is not happening. But that's not what you're trying to do. So I think it's doable. I think you can do it. There's gonna be some nice bucks out there. It's just a matter of putting one on the ground. That's the hard part.
If I do kill another one, honey, we gotta buy a bigger house.
Yeah, you're running out of wall space, brother.
Yeah. Honey, sweetie,
Baby, listen, we need a bigger house. One with a nice garage too.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too much to ask for.
No. My eyeballs are floating. I gotta piss. You got anything else?
I got nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
Good to sit here. Good to drink some beer. Shoot the shit. Hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. Hunting season. 3 months away. Ladies, gentlemen, we'll see you soon.
Peace.